Hi, and welcome to Petersville Farm. In this video, I will show you a quick and easy way to set up your raised beds. These raised beds are enclosed and provide a shade structure. Now, I prefer the enclosure here because this is not a fenced area, and so it will be important what I have planned to keep the deer and rabbits out. Now, planting directly in the ground is a great option, but one of the things is its preparation is longer and more effort will be required to control weeds. Now, you can also have it done with less effort, but what will happen is there are more advanced planning that will be required to prepare the area for better weed control. But there's some cases where there's some plants that needed to be planted right away, and so here's where the raised bed will come in for a quick and easy setup. So to get started, what you will need is 2 feet by 6 feet wood, planter wall blocks, some steel, wire mesh or cardboard for the construction base. Just for information purposes, the planter wall blocks that I'm using, these are 7.5 by 7.5 by 5.5 inches in height. You could really build them into any length. Do not make the boxes too wide though. You could build using the 4 feet by 4 feet boxes or 4 feet by 8 feet raised beds, and these can come in various shape and form and fashion, U-shape, or you can have the L-shape raised beds, or whatever shape of your liking. The blocks here, these wall blocks, could be stacked as much as 4 blocks high with the 4 feet of rebar steel. That what would be required to keep these blocks in place. In some instance, I use the wire mesh for the base, and this will help to control problem with the voles because they tend to go after the root crops that bears bulb, like the onions or beets. So to get started with this, what the key thing is, you measure out your area with whatever you have planned as your base, be it the weed barrier, the cardboard, or the wire mesh. Then you position the planter wall blocks per the selected dimension. Cut the boards to size, whether it's your 4 feet or your 6 feet, or whether you desire to have them in 10 feet. And once that is done, you'll slide the wood in the groove of the planter wall block. Then you add the stakes on the 4 corners. Once this is done and the box are fixed in place, then you can proceed to fill the box with the dirt. I placed a structure over the rebar steel, as I mentioned. I want to have the feature of the raised box being fenced in, and also I want to have a shade structure. So I use 3/4 inch PVC pipes at a height of 5 feet length. And once the installation is finished, then I cover the structure with some shade cloth, and I believe these shade cloths will block 70% of the light. And then once that is done, then I secure the perimeter of the raised beds with a 7 feet by 100 feet of, they're commonly referred to as the deer poly fencing material, and that is quite effective in keeping the deer and rabbits out. So shown here, this is the progress later on. I have planted in this area comfrey, which is well loved by the rabbits and deer. There's also some sweet potato. I have some purple sweet potato, and there's some Japanese sweet potato planted here. I also have some ashwagandha planted in this area, and so the shade is much needed based on the position of these raised beds. They do have access to the morning and the evening sun, and so as I mentioned, that shade structure will help to reduce some of the intensity of that light as it's exposed to the light for the duration of the day. Thank you for watching, and remember to subscribe to Petersville Farm. Thank you.